Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you are fine and you have enjoyed your Eid and must be praying to Allah Almighty to keep all of us safe from that disease that is spreading on a rapid speed. The first and the most important thing is to stay at home and keep yourself and your family safe. There is no need to go out uselessly. Just stay at home and pray to Allah Almighty to forgive our sins and keep us safe from that disease. Anyways, this was something related to the current situation. Now it's back to our lecture. Today is our fourth lecture from English literature. It's chapter number 12, 3 days to see. Remember, in the previous lesson, we discussed the chapter. We discussed the chapter and the meanings and related things that are related to the chapter. Now, today, what we have to do today, before starting our lesson, I need you people to keep your books in front of you and your notebooks. Prepare your pages along with the margin lines with today's date and day. What's the date today? It's 2nd June 2020 and Tuesday. So please prepare your pages and we are going to do the comprehension questions today. It's page number 127 of your books. Please page number 127 of your books. Here we have question answers of the given chapter of chapter number 12. In these pictures, you have questions and answers of the given chapter. I'll read the answers for you once so that if there is any confusion, if any word that is not understandable, it should be clear to all of you. Question number 1. Who was Helen Keller? Remember who was Helen Keller? Yes, Helen Keller, she was she was a victim of a severe disease. Remember which disease? It was a rare disease and you don't it was a rare disease and it hit Helen Keller at the age of 19 months. Okay, I'm gonna read the answers. Helen Keller was a victim of a severe disease which left her blind and deaf at the age of 19 months. She became a remarkable and successful woman through her courage and willpower. She has portrayed her feelings during her struggle of life in many of her books. She showed the world that there are no boundaries to courage and faith. So beta, this was question number 1. If there is any confusion in question number 1, you can ask me. But I think I have read everything for you and nothing would be confusing for you. So you have to do these question answers on your notebooks. Now it's question number 2. What is question number 2? Question number 2 is describe the thought expressed by the author in the first paragraph. What did the writer say in the first paragraph? Remember the first paragraph? What did she talk about? What did she talk about in the first paragraph? That how should we spend our life? How should we spend our life? That we discussed it that we should spend each day of our life like it's the last day, that our life is gonna be end today. What's the benefit of this? Yes, that if we think that it's gonna be the last day of our life, we would realize the importance of life. We would know that how important life is. Anyways, the answer to this question, in the first paragraph, the author has expressed her thoughts that it is a wonderful principle to spend life as it is going to be the last day and there will be no tomorrow. So we should live each day with gentleness, energy, and in appreciation of Allah for His countless blessings. Most of the people live their lives just to be happy, but many are aware of the approaching death. Clear, beta? I think it is clear to all of you. Now, question number 3. What makes you feel that the author is sad and depressed? Why is the author sad and depressed? Remember, what did the author say? She said that seeing see little. Why did she say this? What was the reason of saying this? She was sad because she thinks, rather, she believes that the people who are blessed with the sense of sight are actually deprived of it. So the answer to this question, the author is sad and depressed because she is deprived of the blessings of sight and she is not able to see the things and the people around her who made her life comfortable and successful. She wanted to see the progress of the world. She is also depressed because of the bitter reality that seeing see little. That the people who are blessed with the sense of sight, they are actually deprived of it. Understood, everyone? I read it slowly so that you can understand it. If there is any confusion in the handwriting, I am reading it slowly for you people, slowly and clearly for you people, so that everything should be clear to you. So, question number 4. How did you get an impression that Helen Keller was a great admirer of nature? How did you get that expression? So the answer to this question is, we get the idea from his second wish. From her second wish, that was to see the rising of sun and changing into day, sorry, rising of sun and changing into nights. She can even notice the, and feel hundreds of things during a walk in the woods. She can feel the velvety texture of flowers, cold water of streams, symmetry of leaves, the birds hidden in the plants, etc. For her, the lush green carpet of soft grass was more valuable as compared to the most expensive Persian rugs. Understood? I hope everything is clear, beta. Nothing is confusing. I'm reading it for you. So now, question number 5. Question number 5 is, people who are deprived of sight, not devoid of imagination. Discuss referring to the text. The writer is saying that if the people are deprived of sense of sight, do they have the sense of imagination? Can they imagine? Yes, they can. We can find this example in the life of Helen Keller. So the answer to this question is, this statement is true, as we have read about the life of Helen Keller. She was deprived of the sense of sight, yet she was able to understand the permanent spiritual values of life. She was able to visualize the realities of life with the help of her imagination. She was more appreciative of the bounties of Allah. In short, we can say she was deprived of sight, but not of imagination. Understood? That she was deprived of sense of sight, but the way she led her life, the way she wrote a number of books, the way she described the nature is a perfect example that the people who are deprived of sight, they are not deprived of imagination. They can imagine the things better than the people who are blessed with a sense of sight. I think it's clear. Now, next question, that is question number 6. To me, the pageant of seasons is an unending drama. Comment. The statement describes the life is a series of endless desires, and the man is progressing each day. We see new developments being made in any sphere of life, and this will carry on. The man will leave this world one day, but the happenings of the world and its progress will continue till the day of judgment. So, Helen Keller imagines herself as a part of this unending series of interesting events going on in the world, and she feels herself enjoying this phenomena. What do you think that we who are blessed with the sense of sight, are we enjoying this phenomena? Are we? No. Although we can see everything, but we are not enjoying it. Helen Keller, with her sense of imagination, is enjoyed the life better than us. So beta, we should use the senses gifted to us by Allah in their right way. Okay? Anyways, coming back to the chapter, this was something related to our lives, that how we should spend our lives. Now coming back to the chapter, the comprehension questions are done. I think there is no confusion, but still, if you find anything that is difficult, any word that you cannot understand, you can ask me through comments. I will reply to your queries. And I think previous lecture was clear to everyone. There wasn't any confusion, but still, if you find any confusion in the previous lectures as well, you can ask me. The people who just joined the class, I request them that they should listen to the previous lectures, watch the videos, so that everything should be clear and nothing should be missed out in their notebooks. Again, the same thing, that I'll check your notebooks after getting back to schools, inshallah, and we are praying to Allah that the situations would get better soon and we will be back to schools in our daily routines, inshallah. Now beta, this is your home task. That is, you have to write a paragraph on the difficulties of a special child. Who are special childs? Any person, any child who is deprived of any sense. We have 5 senses. A person, rather, special children are those who may be deprived of any of the senses. They may be physically special. So you can write about any child who has the deficiency of anything, who is deprived of any of the sense. You can write about the difficulties that child is facing in the world, in his life, and how that child is coping up with the problems. The child and his parents, how they are making the life of that child a progress. ठीक है, this is your homework. The word limit of your paragraph is approximately 100 to 150 words. You should at least write 100 to 150 words on the given paragraph. Done beta. Allah Hafiz. So take care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz, and stay home and stay safe.